What's good, yo? It's your boy Havoc, final round. We got Boogeyman Boots throwing down tonight. You already know how I feel about Boots. I think he's the next pound for pound great up and coming fighter. As long as he keeps his head on straight, all the ingredients are there for him to be one of the greats. Now, these days with social media and people becoming superstars within their small community, online communities, it's hard to stay on top. You get fat and happy really quick. I mean, we saw it with Teofimo Lopez. We saw it with Canelo this past weekend. The dude came out in pink silk pajamas for a weigh-in. So the question for Boots, I don't think it's going to be a matter of him getting to the top. I think it's going to be a matter of how long can he stay on top. How long can he stay on top? And that takes a lot of discipline, persistence, and love and passion for what you're doing. Now, there's a reason why Mayweather was great. And one of the key ingredients for Mayweather was his discipline. His discipline. There's many fighters who have all the ingredients. Adrian Broner had all the ingredients to be a next great up-and-coming fighter. But he did not have that discipline. His head wasn't screwed on right. Now, I think Boots is good. He's going to be good mentally and emotionally. But, it's yet to be seen. But for this fight against Clayton, I'm going to be 100. I do think Boots will get a knockout. I do think he's going to scrub Clayton. But I would not be shocked if Clayton makes it somewhat competitive. Clayton is pretty solid. He's a pretty solid fighter. This is a good little test for Boots. Even though nobody knows who Clayton is, I watch the guy. He's solid. So if Boots can make quick work of him, or if Boots can wash him completely, to me, people need to start taking notice. I know Clayton is an unknown name, but he does have some solid abilities and skills. I just think Boots is going to be a step ahead of him. I think it's going to be like watching somebody run on a treadmill, and the fastest they can go is 8 miles per hour, but you put the treadmill to 15 miles per hour. And that's going to be Clayton. He's going to be running at, his top speed's going to be at 8 miles per hour, but Boots is going to raise the speed all the way to 15 miles per hour, and he's just not going to be able to keep up. He's not going to be able to stay on that treadmill. He seems to like to fight at a very slow pace, and I think that's not going to favor him very well against Boots. Because Boots operates very quickly. He functions very fast. He processes information very quickly. I don't think Clayton's going to get to sit there and, calculate and think through the fight. Now, he can get it there, but he's going to have to force the fight there. He does have a good solid jab. If he can control Boots with the jab, that'll be key. He has really good timing with his jab, Clayton. So if he can establish that jab and control Boots and slow the tempo down and bring the fight to where he wants it, he will fare a lot better. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Boots is going to be boxing circles around this guy all night. I'm going to say there's going to be a TKO or a KO anywhere from rounds 4 to 8. But it wouldn't shock me if it goes 8 to 12, where the TKO or knockout comes. But Clayton's a pretty solid dude. He's built like a brick shit house. He's got good skills. He's got a good jab. He's got really good timing. Sometimes he'll slip a body shot downstairs. But I just think Boots is a generational talent, and he's going to be operating on a different speed. And Clayton's going to be playing catch-up all night. I think one of the key punches for Boots in this fight is going to be his overhand right. I think that high guard and that angle that Clayton fights at, he's going to have a hard time seeing that overhand right, where it's coming from. And I think he could get clipped on the ear or slightly on the back of the head, the way Boots kind of chops down with that overhand right. And I think it's going to put him on shaky legs. And I think Boots wants to make a huge statement. A huge statement. A lot of people took note of his last fight. Now a lot of people are saying, all right, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. You saying you want to take on Spence, you want to take on Bud. you're that much closer, maybe one step closer, what kind of performance can you put on? So I think Boots wants to make a statement. He's got to be a little bit careful, though, because sometimes you get away from your game plan and you forget to box against somebody who's solid. You know, you might find yourself in a competitive matchup that you did not anticipate. So Boots does need to be a little bit careful of that. And I will say this. Boots does get a little reckless. I got to keep it 100. He does get a little reckless in fights. He will keep his chin out there. It's not because he has bad defense. A lot of people say this, he gets hit because he has bad. It has nothing to do with bad defense. This has to do with he has a lot of faith in his chin. He takes a lot of risk. But, you know, you got to be careful. You know, sometimes when you're coming on the up and you got somebody who's a contender, these are some of the most dangerous fights against these no-name guys who got nothing to lose. I mean, I remember when Mayweather went against Emmanuel Augustus. Okay, he was on the up and coming. He went up against Augustus. He was in a war against Augustus, who I think had several losses on his resume at the time. You know, Emmanuel Augustus is a phenomenal fighter. Don't get it twisted, but unfortunately, he just wasn't getting favorable decisions on the scorecards. He wasn't the A fighter, and he wasn't the golden boy of boxing. But it's fights like this that are dangerous for these contenders. And I think Clayton could be possibly dangerous for Boots. You could be dangerous. Look, I got Boots winning by KO, TKO, but I'm just saying, if Boots is not careful, Clayton, I do think has enough ability to make the fight interesting. Do I think it'll happen? No. But I would not be shocked because, once again, these are the fights that can be dangerous for contenders. The no-name guys that got nothing to lose, okay, and that got everything to gain. This could be Clayton's moment, but I think Boots is going to get the job done. He's going to make a huge statement. I think he's going to do something impressive. And even if the fight does go 12 rounds, I think he's going to put on a boxing clinic against Clayton. An absolute masterclass of boxing, which I don't think would be a bad thing, even if he doesn't get the knockout, because a lot of people are underestimating the skills of Boots, which I don't understand. Okay, a lot of people are underestimating the skills of Boots, and it would be good for the boxing fans to see, like, this guy got a jab. This guy can box skillfully and technically. He can pick you apart. Because it's just like they try to discredit him at every turn. Oh, he's just a big puncher. Oh, he doesn't have good defense. Oh, he doesn't. I heard somebody say he doesn't have a jab. He's got two jabs. That's right. He doesn't have one jab. That may be correct because he's got two jabs. One from the orthodox stance and one from the southpaw stance. If somebody tried to say he didn't have a jab, that was absolutely ridiculous. Go watch the Lipinets fight. Jab the shit out of Lipinets and beat the fuck out of him. So, I mean, this is a win-win for Boots, even if he doesn't get a KO. Because I think if he goes all 12 rounds, it'll be good experience for him. He can work through some adversity, and he can learn how to break an opponent down. Not learn, he already knows how to do that. But, get that experience within an actual professional fight to break an opponent down. Because when if he goes up against a guy like Spence or Crawford, you're going to be in a fight to where you got to methodically work your way through it. You got to break your opponent down. You got to tactically get the job done. And he needs that experience in the ring. I already know he knows how to do that, but he needs to feel that actually in professional fights. So I think this is going to be a great night for Boots. I'm excited for it. But don't sleep on Clayton. He could cause some problems. I think he's one of those guys who, he's going to be he can be a tough little matchup. He's got some decent skills. He can move around a little bit. But we'll see. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe. I want you dysfunction.